Hey, Ronnie Robinette, recruiter with Atlas MedStaff, and today I am remembering what it was like to be a travel nurse during the holiday season.
Hello, I'm Allison Andrews. I'm a travel nurse recruiter here with Atlas MedStaff, and this is my story about traveling during the holidays.
Some things that I missed out on when I was a traveling nurse during the holidays was going home to see my family. My grandma always does a huge Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner, whatever holiday it may be, and all of our family comes. And so it was really hard some years when I had to miss that out. I was a traveler for 4.5 years, so I missed a few holidays during that time.
Most of the time I was like at least 800 miles from family, so I wasn't able to drive just a couple hours to spend an evening or anything like that. So the visits with family were not in person. They're more so over the phone with video chat, things like that. But being away from family, there's always people that you kind of meet up with, and it's almost like you're their adopted child, and they just kind of invite you to all the gatherings and their family events. So I've been to events with people that I've met on assignment, been invited for dinner for their white elephant.
It was always kind of hard, but when you are on assignment and you have other travelers and you can get together with them, that makes it a little bit easier.
So if I was never on assignment during the holidays, I wouldn't have met those people. I feel like it's the time where people kind of come together and get to know one another on more of a personal level.
During the holiday season, most facilities are pretty, they treat travelers pretty much the same as they do staff. So they expect you to work a holiday or 2 holidays. They do usually have some kind of appreciation for the staff, and most of the time the travelers were included in that. I worked a couple places where they gave out gifts to their staff, but travelers didn't get that. But that's okay because we're not technically part of their staff, but my travel agency Atlas always gave us gifts anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. But they always did like potlucks or cookies or something like that, so you never really felt left out.
When it comes to the holidays, there's typically like an A, B, C group. So A group, it just depends on the year, like when you can sign up for whatever holiday you want, and that's for staff. For travelers, they don't really get that opportunity to sign up for that. So it has to be written in the contract if you want it off, and then it has to be approved by the facilities.
Some tips and tricks on getting contracts during the holiday season is just pick out a holiday that you really love and that you want off. And I say it's okay to ask for that off. If Christmas is your favorite holiday and you want to be off on Christmas Day, then it typically facilities will work with you and let you off 1 or maybe even 2 of the major holidays. I would, though, be aware that they are probably going to ask you to work Christmas Eve, or if you want New Year's off, it's going to be New Year's Eve.
But it's kind of the unwritten rule when it comes to nursing that you're going to work holidays, you're going to work weekends. We know that. That's not anything new. And even if you were a staff or permanent member of a job, you would be expected to work holidays. And typically you're required to work 1 summer holiday and 1 winter holiday and 1 minor holiday. So like the day before the holiday or the day after, just depending on their guidelines. So when you go into a travel assignment, that's not really anything that's not new as a nurse. But if you definitely want Christmas off, then be expected to work Thanksgiving and like New Year's Day or something like that. That's kind of the way that it works.
The best way to approach working a holiday is, take care of yourself. Get yourself a present. Take yourself out to dinner if you can, or get takeout, or go to a massage or whatever. I know it's a little hard right now during the pandemic, but treat yourself to something that will help you being away from your family. And then also, make friends with other travelers that are there. Get together with them. I mean, you can have a socially distanced party this year with 2 or 3 other travelers, and you guys have a dinner at home, with each other. Or this year especially, you could do Zoom calls, which we know is not the same as being with your family, but it's better than the alternative of nothing, or potentially infecting somebody with COVID.
There's so much of the country to be seen. If you have time off and you can't fly home, go drive somewhere where there is more festive things to do, because people kind of, bring you in and make you feel part of their family everywhere you go.
Those are all great ways to kind of, maintain your mental health, your, in the holiday spirit and season. And also, I think it's really important to remember that if you work, you're going to make holiday pay. So that always makes it a little bit easier.
Thank you, nurses coast to coast, for taking time away from your families to work during the pandemic. This is a trivial, monumental year for nurses. We've really struggled with keeping up and keeping our spirits up, but please know that this time is, cherished, and make the most of it the best you can. We appreciate all that you do for us. You are so loved by our team, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you guys for working during this pandemic, working the holidays. We really appreciate everything that you've done. We know that this year has been very, very hard. So do something a little extra for yourself, and we really, really appreciate everything that you do. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.